Hey everyone, this is Anthony. Welcome to Crypto Simple, and let's talk about the 3 reasons why I think Cardano is set to explode. All right, so let's just get and dive in deep into it. Well, for those who don't know, we're in the Shelly incentivized testnet currently right now, which means that Shelly, the actual one of the monumental stages for Cardano, we're in its testnet stage, and what's happening here is um, Tim Harrison, which is the communications director at IOHK, has just confirmed that we've reached 1,046 number of registered stake pools. Okay, so there's individual stake pools, in this case 1,046, which are 87.2% are registered by the Cardano Foundation, which is not a bad thing at all because in the past, about a year and a half ago, the Cardano Foundation was not existent. Not only that, with 672 active pools, the communications director actually claimed that 11.35 billion ADA is being staked on the test now. Now that's really important because if you take a look at the circulating supply of ADA, we're at 25 billion, right? The total supply is obviously 31, but the fact of the matter is that you're getting close to around 35% of the actual total amount of ADA being staked. That's a really good sign for ADA. Um, it just goes to show that more and more people are actually looking at this as a use case. They're actually figuring out a way to actually validate the transactions. Obviously, there's testnet, of course, but a lot of investors or just individuals are really open to the idea of proof of stake, right? So I really enjoy that concept as well. So as I was mentioning, with more increase implementation and advancements with the incentivized testnet, the community support is growing, the delegation growth is growing as well. Network stability obviously is going to have its ups and downs considering it's a testnet. Keep that in mind. Sometimes the transactions could be clogged. There's a lot of issues that are going on in respect to the stake pool operators as well. I personally am not a stake pool operator, so I can't really give you that information, but I can research it. And then obviously the reward satisfaction for us Cardano holders, it's starting to get better, right? And that's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing either. It's just I'd rather see progression in this project as opposed to stagnation, and this is definitely Cardano is definitely progressing very very rapidly. What I wanted to say as well is Charles Hoskinson is very impressed. He was not expecting to see this amount of regulated, just stake pools, registered stake pools. We're not expecting that. And the fact that we just blew that out of the water is a great sign for the next point that I was going to mention, and that's the network effect. So, network effect is increasing. For those who don't know what a network effect, it's described as in economics and business that additional users of goods and services has on the value of the product to others. When a network effect is present, the value of a product or service increases according to the number of others using it. What does that mean? Well, pretty simple. More people using the Cardano, staking Cardano, that means that they're more incentivized to use the tokens, right? The tokens actually have a use case now. It's not just speculation. If you want to validate a transaction, especially for a smart contract, which is the Goguen era for Cardano, um, to validate that transaction, you need to have a stake pool operator to facilitate that transaction. And that's where we can step in and we can just stake our ADA, right? For those stake pool operators to have some form of incentive as well, right? So the network effect is increasing, which means more and more people are starting to in, invest in Cardano because they understand that, you know what, this is just not a white paper anymore. It's not. It's actually building and becoming a decentralized cryptocurrency. Is it on its road to decentralization? Yes. Is it there already? Probably not. But the fact of the matter is, we're here, right? They're starting. They're starting and they're getting better on a daily basis. And the more important thing is the communication aspect of Cardano is top notch. Very rarely do you see cryptocurrencies have this type of communication, right? Where it's very transparent with with its holders. They just want to make sure this project is done properly, which is like I was mentioning, I'm really interested with the academic research approach that they're looking for Cardano. So that's always a good thing, which leads me to my next point, which is the market sentiment and the cycle is changing. A lot of YouTubers are saying, and a lot of individuals are saying that we're currently in the disbelief stage of Cardano, or just sorry, pardon me, like in general. So I definitely want to say that I agree with that. I think that um, we've passed the panic stage, the capitulation stage, anger, also depression, right? We've already passed through that stage, and you're starting to see a little bit more hope if you notice in the markets. Like I said myself, I'm personally not a technical analyst. I understand the concept of technical um, analysis. I've done my research on it. I understand how to use simple moving averages, the EMAs, and etc. But I just like long-term trading and using market trends, right? I think market cycles are very. If you can master market cycles, you're perfectly fine. And we're in the disbelief stage, so you'll notice that there's more and more hopium for Cardano. I mean, considering the price is that low currently right now, it's a $1.6 billion market cap. Beginning of the month or a month prior, we're at 960 billion, so we're up around 600 million already. So it's always a good thing to see that, and there's definitely more advancements that are happening with Cardano. But those are the reasons why I'm really, really bullish on Cardano and why I think it's set to explode. Those are the three reasons. If you did enjoy it, definitely consider liking, subscribing, commenting down below. And until next time, take care.